Hello everyone, my name is Adam Twilight, this is Hex Mania, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Where we're investigating the body. We're on chapter 5 and we have no idea what the fuck is happening. Let's get everybody's statements. Good timing, Makoto, I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct, I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I confirmed when I arrived last night, there was no body in here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during the nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, and Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room. I was dead asleep, I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Can't you just rewind the footage? You have security cameras that you have access to now. You can just see what the fuck happened. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh well, I was thinking about when we first saw the body. And the body was not, huh? Just look at what we did this morning and help me remember what it was. Monica was announced when woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual and went to the dining hall pretty soon. When we got there, we met up with Hina, and that was around 7:30. Headed to the gym. Toko got the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? And then Choco, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to be right around the 9 o'clock. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was done at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. You should also check the tools area, just for fun, Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right. Well, it's wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. There's also a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding and that the blood on the body was still wet. Yakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But there's no blood on the knife. There's no blood on the knife, though. It's like, oh yeah, it exploded. There's still no blood on that knife. Looking at it sticking in there. And if the blood is all wet and the other wounds were several days old, what if it was just a dead body that the murderer disguised with blood? For how much blood there was on the body, you didn't see any on the ground around it. Exactly. If it went all the way through, there should be blood on the bottom. And if the body is several days dead, then, there's fresh blood from blood packs, Hifumi did that. Well, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to feed anymore. Okay, she's useless. Just be sure to take a look in the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized, pretty stereotypical. This a tarp? Wait, what? Was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Yeah, there wasn't a tarp in there before. Tarp is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Yeah, the rest of this is pretty normal, so, I don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Fine. What else do we need to look at? The chickens? Do you want to look at the chickens, Makoto? With some chickens, the chicken coat. Wait, there's only 4 chickens. There's only 4 chickens. There's a missing chicken. Did the chicken die for the blood? How 4? What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? 4, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? Well, now there's 4 chickens. There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there was definitely 5 chickens then. I'm thinking the chicken was stabbed, and then the chicken's blood is on the body. Because chicken blood and human blood looks very similar. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If we made a single piece, it appears the whole entire world will remain finished. Not to mention that the number 4 is cursed. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the bottom of my hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken. I'll check this. For fun. Panel. Oh, there could still be wetness if the body was placed there a while ago, because sprinkle at 7:30 every morning. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 every morning, then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which means the mire must have taken place. I think I've checked everything I need to do in this area, but I'm not done yet. There were still other areas I need to check. This is really the fragment I found before, somewhere I need to go to confirm my suspicions. Find more about Kyoko. That corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, then I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the type of person to talk about herself that much. Maybe you can get into her room, I can find out more, but the key to her room... Well, simply limit your options. I can't allow to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options. Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if they'll let me borrow her room key. Byakuya! Hey, I'm Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyo's room, right? I'm hoping I can borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Come with me, Makoto. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? That didn't matter. In the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Okay, I guess to the gym first. Okay. Okay, I wish there were elevators. That would make things so much easier if you could just go from floor to floor. Unless there's like... Okay, yeah, no, there's no teleportation thing. Ugh. I'm running around like a madman. So much running. Yeah. There it is. Hello, Monokuma. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. I just found something. What is it? It's what? It's a bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden? Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Can't believe I have to go all the way back. Byakuya, why the fuck would you do this? Why would you... Ugh. I have to go all the way back up again. Rolling around at the speed of sound, got nowhere to go. Da 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 da. Ah. Back to the garden. Alright, Byakuya, help me. You think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance. I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. In we go! So this is Kyoko's room. Hello? Book? Something on the table. Woodblock decoration. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Lockers like those really traditional bathhouses use them for the lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I know what it might unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo this might go to. The dojo? Here's her bed. Didn't see anything interesting here. Anything in her bathroom? Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry and better not look inside. What? Are you worried that you're gonna see her, like, stuff? Okay. Byakuya, help. You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you must have something more concrete, something to give us more direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. I like Kyokyo's thing. You something. Huh? What's this? Consider a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something certainly has happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and look inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets! That's what there was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Bed? But could something be under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to see anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78, Student Registry. Mukuro Ikusawa. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. Got you so doing. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blah. That must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said it without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusawa. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon absorbed herself and found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, she and her family were on vacation in Europe. She disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. It revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. It is Mukuro! Fenrir is a wolf! There's a wolf tattoo on that hand. It's Mukuro. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. What if it's Junko's body? What if it's Junko's body from the very beginning? I'm curious. I'm curious now. Mukuro's profile. The ultimate soldier, mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other's sci-fi. When you compare the two, there's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and always get the job done. It's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard that says Fenrir has already... Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit of a player, and a bit player of being a hero. Ah, it's you. Have you got a new pretty little head there? Oh no! You found a profile? So what if I did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. So maybe you'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous after, you know. Our rule violations are really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about these regulations, yours. Of course I am. Our proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. Can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is. Now can I? In fact, on the other subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's not the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I'm thinking I should probably clarify that. When you first got to the main hallway back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding, are you saying? That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game is actually 16. 16 then. Riku's 16th student, blah blah blah. The 16th student, Mikuru Kiyosama, she's part of the school life, so the one making all the regulations is. Why? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, the killing game's desperately popular. I wouldn't believe the ratings. And so if you've got so many viewers now, I want to make sure everyone's on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense. Okay, that's what you get for now. Well, actually, you do have some revenge to get, so here's some extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share this little secret with ya. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Woohoo! Now, okay, now, that's all you get. Haha! Kyoko wears gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand. That tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means... that's not Kyoko! Fake nails on the court. You thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. This trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said that there were 16 students, right? Which means Mikuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mikuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? Why now? He said that he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact, he said, that proves Mikuro is connected to the case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make an investigation fair. Mikuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. Byakuya, you idiot. You idiot, Mukuro is part of the Fenrir. There is a dog tattoo on her hand. Kyoko wears gloves to hide scars on her hands. You can't have scars. But there's a tattoo, or else the tattoo would look really weird and warped and shit. So, what? That would explain why we have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student here and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro's the killer. She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikisawa isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? I thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro giving us information would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's a trap. They want to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. But you say it definitely seems possible, but if it's really true that Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is it? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out where the key and the dojo are really connected. Well, are you coming? Lockers! There were lockers here. The lock keys, just like at those super traditional bathhouses. We'll find out what's in here next time. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see ya. Bye!